friends and guy friends, oh my word, I have been so excited for this day. I've been watching this on the calendar because look who I have with me. I'm going to introduce you in just a second, but I'm so excited to welcome Shelby to Three Things at Three. Everybody give a big shout out to Shelby. She's usually behind the scenes, so welcome, welcome. But we have a fun day planned. It's our last day of Cocoa Commotion, and we just want to welcome y'all to Three Things at Three, where thing number one, something to make you smile. Thing number two, we're going to learn something today, and we are going to learn something today, right? Always. And thing number three is we're going to discover something new, so let's go. It's a Cocoa Commotion, and it is commotion around here. As you'll notice, we are missing an empty chair. We have sent Chris on vacation. She is off to celebrate, if you guys can believe this, a first birthday party with her grandson. Can you believe that? But I have Shelby with me today, and she's a little nervous, so everybody give her a little bit of love. Yeah, usually she's behind the scenes, but isn't she so cute? She's so cute.
Oh, stop it.
I can't wait to introduce her to you guys and get to know, but it's also our very last day of Cocoa Commotion, and I'm a little bit sad. Are you guys sad? You guys have had to make a lot of hot chocolate, and we don't have like a real kitchen here, so it has been a little bit of a I don't know.
Commotion?
A commotion.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yes.
A lot of sugar.
Great. A lot of sugar, a lot of hot. So Shelby, welcome.
Thank you.
How long have you been with us?
Okay, so it's just been, I don't even think it's been like 2 months.
Yes, 2 months.
Yeah,
2 months.
Pretty fun.
I know, but we were so excited when we discovered Shelby. We knew we had to have her. I want to put a big plug in for the newsletter. Some of you that read the newsletter, you have had a little bit of an introduction to Shelby. If you haven't signed up for our newsletter, you can do that online. But she has a great story and a lot of things to tell. So tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question. So I am from here in Logan.
Okay.
I lived in Salt Lake for a little bit.
Went to the big city,
I did. I tested it out. I very much like it back here. I have 2 kids.
Okay.
My oldest one is in high school.
Both boys.
Both boys, yep. I'm a #boy mom. And then my little one he'll be 7 in a couple weeks. So
they're such fun age.
Birthday,
Seriously, such fun age. I know her oldest one is playing football right now so she's a busy boy mom.
Yes.
And then your little one is busy as well. So that 7 is such a darling age.
They
I have a grandson that age.
I just love their personalities.
Did they get along?
They are the complete opposite children, but they do get along. Like my oldest, he's such a caretaker. I guess he's like, come on, bud, let's go.
Well, he's kind of had to be mom's little buddy for a long time, so you know.
Yep, and it's been super fun.
Super fun. Well, one fun thing about Shelby, one thing I want to share is she came to us with a little bit of sewing, a little tiny bit. But tell us a little bit about your first sewing machine and what got you interested.
So when I was a kid, I used to like literally draw like costumes and stuff. And I was like, I'm going to become a sewer.
Were you a princess?
No.
You just wanted to draw the princess outfits.
Like I used to go through like Vogue magazines and I was like, oh, that's pretty. I'm going to create this dress.
Oh, how
I was
fun.
like a 7-year-old. So obviously that didn't pan out, but
I always say yet.
Maybe. But so I convinced my dad to get me a sewing machine, and I did like pillows, like cases, and I would put together like I'd sew really random T-shirts and stuff.
Oh, my word.
That's about the experience I have.
Well, one thing I said to her yesterday is I'm like, Shelby, you got to get back into that a little bit because we do a lot of quilting, we do a lot of sewing, we do a lot of machine embroidery, but we don't do a lot of garment sewing.
Right.
And I know that some of you out there garment sew, and so I think that that is
cool
like
to get
an
into.
opportunity and fantastic.
Yeah.
So. Larry wants to know how you have a high school kid, because he's like, and what you drink. And I'm going to tell her it's hot chocolate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, she's going to share her hot chocolate recipe actually today.
Yes.
So yes, as you guys know, it's Hot Chocolate Commotion.
Yes.
We have done the whole week, so we've shared lots of different recipes, but we've also shared some fun things. We have this fun banner.
Cute.
We have a cute table topper. We did a cute banner.
Yes.
Today we have a fun project, but before we do that, I have been so excited. And as you guys know, I honed my way in yesterday on that show because I wanted to taste that hot chocolate.
Was it so good?
Yeah, it was so good. Peanut butter hot chocolate.
Yeah,
I was not on the schedule in case you noticed, and all of a sudden I'm in that chair. So I can't wait for today. Tell us a little bit about what we're making.
Okay, so generally I'm a coffee girl.
Okay.
But I was thinking, I was like, okay, I know I'm going to be on the show. If I'm going to drink hot cocoa, I need a creamer, because that's my favorite part. I love making homemade creamer. So I just kind of came up with my creamer, and then we kind of made a concoction, and so that's what we're having today.
Okay, this is Shelby's concoction, also known as Carmel-icious cocoa and vanilla whip sip.
It's yummy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say that three
It's a
times
word.
fast.
Yes.
Okay, walk us through it.
From like making it?
Well, what's in it?
Okay, so it's super, super simple. It's just your hot chocolate.
Okay.
Add some caramel. So like hot chocolate mix.
Okay.
With milk. And then just caramel. And then the creamer is super easy. It's just whole milk, heavy whipping cream, and vanilla.
Okay.
And it's frothed.
You had me at heavy whipping cream and froth right now.
Yeah. And then sprinkle a little sea salt,
Oh.
some caramel.
Okay.
Voila.
I can't wait. I can't wait. It is
it's really
sitting
good.
here. Okay, but not only that, you have done something fabulous for us, right? She's made us a little reel of how she made this. Let's watch it. Let's watch it before we have some.
Hey everybody, I'm Shelby. I am here at my girlfriend's quilt shop, and today I'm going to show you how to make today's hot cocoa concoction. It is called Carmel-icious cocoa with our whip sip creamer. So we already have our hot cocoa ready and piping hot, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our caramel into the mix. All right, so now we're gonna make our creamer. So my grandma generally says to measure with your heart, but today we are actually going to measure. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of whole milk. And then finally we're gonna add in our vanilla. And now for my favorite part, frothing. So you will want to froth this for like 60 seconds to get that really foamy texture. So now we're going to go ahead and add the creamer into our hot cocoa. It's very thick. It's going to be fun. Now we're going to add a pinch of sea salt for some flair and top with our caramel drizzle. All right, so that was super simple, super easy, super delicious. You can find our recipe and all this week's recipes on our website, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's try it. Oh yeah.
First of all, is that not darling? Second of all, check out the nails.
Oh yeah.
Check out the nails. And third of all, okay, it's time.
It's yummy.
All right, that's good. And you said I would get that on my lip. Okay, I have to have one more. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that is delicious. All right, you have to check that out. The other thing I loved about that is you said your grandma says measure from
with
the
your heart.
Oh my gosh, I had a grandma that says that too. Oh.
She lived by that. She was a baker. So
Oh, I bet she was a good baker.
She was.
Okay, this is delicious. Now, we have had a lot of questions about the green mugs. They are not for sale yet. So,
I was gonna say, I feel like there needs a
I
yet.
feel like maybe we should source those, but right now, these are not for sale. You get these as an employee on your birthday. So the only way to get one of these green mugs is to just come work for us, and it's just that easy.
Yeah,
but in
there you
order to
go.
work for us, you have to move here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to have another sip of this, and I am not letting this go. So whoever
yum.
cleans up, mine stays right here.
It's good. I've already had like a half a cup. Mm-hmm. It's thick.
That is absolutely delicious. Okay, that was so good.
Good.
All right, do you still have your grandma with you?
No,
Oh shoot.
but she lives in my baking.
Yes, absolutely. Isn't that so funny?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of the things we do, we carry on because it's the generations of carrying them
Yeah.
on. And I love that she lives
Yeah.
in your baking. So you're a
Yeah.
baker.
I do love to bake.
All
It's
right.
it's a skill I've learned.
I think cooking is a skill we've all learned.
Yeah. I struggled with cooking, and so I was like, I'm gonna try baking first.
Yes.
It's a lot easier.
Do you think?
I think so.
I think baking is a little bit harder. You guys tell us in the comments. How
Yeah.
do you think? Do you think cooking or baking?
I
is a
mean,
little bit-
baking's better because you get to eat it.
Yeah.
The treats.
Yeah. I mean,
That's what
the
I
end
mean.
result is much better.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about recipes too, but all of our hot chocolate recipes are in new releases, and we have this one in
Yes.
this week, which is so delicious, so good. But we're going to talk about that in our Discover portion because we have something fun that we're doing. But we also have one more homemade hot chocolate recipe that I want to bring up. And this is just homemade hot chocolate. And it is Erin Ratchford. And those of you that know Erin, love her. She sent this in this week. But let's bring this up. We didn't have a chance to try this one out on set.
Nope.
But we have tried it. And Erin, it is absolutely delicious. So she, anything homemade. So it's confectioner's sugar. So
Ooh,
doesn't
okay.
that sound delicious?
Very sweet.
And unsweetened cocoa powder, non-fat dry milk, and a little bit of salt, and then some cornstarch. So I bet
That
that
one's threw me
thickens it
off.
up. That threw you off just a little bit?
Yeah. There's been
So-
a couple with cornstarch, haven't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cornstarch. Normally you don't think of cornstarch in a liquid unless it's a
No.
gravy.
Yeah.
So
I'm not mad at it though.
no, I am not either. Seems to work. Yep. Robin says baking's an exact science. Cooking allows for your own interpretation.
That's
I completely
true.
agree. I agree. That is absolutely.
I like that.
Okay, well, it has been so fun. Anything else you want to share with us before we head over to the sewing machine? Now, I told Shelby there's no reason to be nervous because if anybody's going to mess up on the sewing machine, I'm your girl. So you are perfect on the sewing machine because
We'll see.
you're going to do it. But we have a really fun final project.
Yes.
For our
it's super cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot cocoa commotion.
Yeah.
For our whole display that we
Yeah.
can put together. So
Yes.
we are going to show you a little bit about rope coasters, which would also be fun.
Yeah, that one
and
would
it
be
goes right
cute.
along with our theme today.
Yes, it does.
But we're gonna go to the rope coasters and we're gonna head over and get ready to get started.
Yay.
Okay.
The big hype that's going on right now is rope projects.
Take the project of dyeing rope. Add the dye, you add a little bit of salt, teaspoon of dish soap. The hardest part is, I'll tell you, deciding what color you want.
Oh, I bet.
Expose that inner core a little bit right there, and then you can grab a hold of that, and then you pull this outer core away. Cut, I'd say about an inch or so off of there. Push it right back over that core. And then you have this piece of your rope here, at least a finger's width. And you're just gonna fold that over like that. Then you're gonna take this and start rolling.
Like I didn't roll it really tight because it needs something to grab onto. By the time you're done, it looks like a circle. Okay. We know where Jackie's going to be the rest of the
I
afternoon.
said, I'm not going to go home. I'm going to stay and make some rope
That's right.
coasters.
There you go.
So it's really fun.
right, we're back. You're back. If you're just joining us, I'm Allison. This is Shelby. We are here, and we have been doing Cocoa Commotion all week long.
Yes.
And one of the fun things we're going to do today is called the No Fuss Folded Coaster, and it's almost magic, isn't it?
It's perfect for me.
It's so easy. Barb had a question. She said she missed Monday's recipes. All the recipes are under new releases, and I just double checked before I came in here, and it's called Spanish hot cocoa, and it was also on there.
Yep, it was.
Yep, Shelby helps me do that, so you know, between the two of us, we get it up.
We manhandle
Yep. Okay, so this is called the No Fuss Folded Coaster, and this is what we are doing today. I can hold it here. I can put it down here so you can see, but it is just a darling four-patch coaster. Now, I told you that Shelby did do a little bit of garment and designing, but she's like, I have not sewn for years. So disclaimer, blind leading the blind. We're going to get through this together, but this is one of her first times, and one of the first times on the Baby Luck Altair, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is phenomenal.
Isn't it so fun?
Yes.
Yeah, we practiced just a little bit before we got started, just a little bit, but I'm going to throw her for a loop. So let's get started with this No Fuss Folded Coaster. Now, Shelby, you tried to cheat just a little, right? Because look what she tried to do. Look at that. Look at this.
It's all done.
Yeah, no, we're taking this all apart.
Fine. Okay.
I just saw the sweat break out on her forehead. Okay, I want to show you guys how fun and easy this is.
It is really easy.
It is really easy, and it's really cute. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take, and we're going to take a square. And you can do any size square on this. So the square that we have is 5 by 5, and this is fusible interfacing.
Yes.
Fusible batting. And the reason that it's fusible is that means that we're going to iron it on. So we have kind of like a rough side and a soft side.
Yes.
So if you want to feel that, you can feel which is the rough side, which is the soft side. So I'm going to hand you our first square here, and I'm going to send you over, and I want you just to iron that right onto that fusible interfacing. Now, I cannot tell a lie. When we did this, I didn't have her do this step. We did it without the instructions.
Now we're going in blind this time.
Yep. So she's going to iron that on there. And you can find this fusible batting anywhere. Now, if you did not have fusible batting, you really could take a glue stick, or you can take some 505 spray, and you can just adhere your batting right onto your first piece. Okay, you got it? Okay, I'm gonna slide over here because you're gonna do this.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna put this right here so that they can see, because here's where the magic happens.
Perfect.
Okay, now we also have 4 more 5 by 5 squares.
Yes.
And like I said, if you were going to do this 6 by 6, 7 by 7, it wouldn't matter. But we're going to fold all of them in half. So I'll give you these, I'll do these, we'll fold them in half.
All right.
So you're going to fold them in half. And have you ever heard the phrase hot dog hamburger style? We're going to do them hot dog style.
That one I do know.
This is how we sew with Allison. Sewing for beginners with Allison.
It's perfect.
Yes. And I don't know if you know this, Shelby, you probably do, but I do have a favorite notion. Do you know what it is? It's a hot glue gun.
Oh, I've heard
That's my favorite
I've
notion.
heard this. I was going to say your purse.
Yeah, well, that's where I like to keep it. But I do have that, and if we could put these together with a hot glue gun, we would, but unfortunately, we have to.
I actually do love a hot glue gun moment.
A hot glue gun. Okay, so we are going to just layer these, and this is where you have to, you make sure that your folds are to the center.
Yes.
But you're going to just start with one.
Okay. So we're going to do this one.
Oh, already we're backwards. Folds to the center.
Folds to the center.
Yep, folds to the center, so all your eye edges are on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Liz says that I must really like you, because that's 2 times this week I've let somebody use my iron.
I did notice that.
Yep, okay. Flip it around, folds to the center.
Folds. See, now, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the first one, then the second one, we go over the top, then
I do remember this one.
then the third one, and then the very last one is where we want to make this look like a 9 patch. So we're going to
tuck. I know we tuck.
Yep.
We tuck over.
Yeah, we tuck under there.
I was like, which one?
She's like, all right. Okay, so now we have the 9 patch. So we went folds to the center, and then the very last one, we just tucked this over
Yes.
here. At this point, I'm gonna have you go to the machine. Now what we've done is we've set the machine up for sewing. We're on the Baby Lock Altair quilting, so I put the guide stitch on for her, and I told her that this is gonna be so much better than the machine that her dad gave her because we actually have the pivot
Yes, it
feature
is.
on the foot. So all she has to worry about is that speed. Okay, so we did this 2 ways. Now keep in mind, we've got the batting here, down, here, and she's just going to do a 1/4 inch seam all the way around. Sometimes when we turn things inside out, we leave like a little opening.
Yes.
We don't have to do that here.
No.
So
Okay.
we did pin our test one, and Shelby's going to do
Love
this without a
it.
pin.
Yeah, we'll see how this one
Yep.
turns.
Yeah, make sure that when you do, you're just going to catch all of those edges right there. So the reason that I love this is we set it to quilting is she can use the edge of her presser foot. And so when you're very first starting out with the presser foot, then it's really nice to use that edge and not have to worry about that 1/4 inch seam. So she's doing that. She's got those fantastic nails.
I don't know how
Okay.
much work they're doing though.
The nails.
I just thought they would be super cute on the
They
camera.
are, yeah, they are super cute. Super cute. I think Shelby's one of my soul sisters. You guys
could
know
be.
that I love Halloween and skeletons and all things a little ghastly and gory. Yeah,
That's
she's
my
like,
jam.
She's like, these are pink, and I'm pretty girly myself. These are pink. There's a little blood on there, so you'll have to put them over here so they can check them out
Okay,
when we're
I
done.
will. They're too good not to show.
Yep. Okay, so she's just gonna go around. Uh-oh, Diane says, wait a minute. What are we waiting a minute, Diane, for?
Oh no.
She says, check the last thread. It looks like the raw edge to the center. Nope, we got it. We got it. You're good. You're good. It was just a trick of the camera.
Now I need one of these machines.
Yep, I knew it. So have I ever told you, Shelby, the story of I hadn't worked here but 3 weeks. And I was a sewer, but I had a machine and I was fine. And I went and helped at an event. So one of the gals that was supposed to help at the event was pregnant, and then she couldn't. So at the last minute, I had to go. That event cost me $20,000 because I had to come home with a new machine.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's definitely what I would do.
All right, you got it?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Okay.
so we come over here, put it right here. Check out those fun nails.
Check out the line.
Yep. So she's got the, and then check out the bad nails.
No, you put your toes up there.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she has got this, and she has gone all the way around with a 1/4 inch. Do you remember what's next?
Yes.
We're gonna trim the corners.
Yes.
You're gonna, so.
I did not. go
Yeah,
very
Dano, at the
straight.
time, the machine that I had to come home with was the Solars. You're okay. Just trim it.
Darn,
She's a perfectionist, I could tell.
I am.
Okay, so here is where it is so fun. All right, at this point, we are just going to turn it inside out. Yep, so turn all those edges, and you're gonna turn them all inside out. And then we also have a joke around here that our other favorite tool is called an RNK turning tool. And the reason is because you feel very safe in your sewing room with it.
I can see that.
Sandy says we just took you down the rabbit hole.
I know.
Yep.
I've noticed that.
All right, then we're gonna poke those corners out. And then, yeah.
This is super entertaining. Sorry, people.
No, it is. Yep. Yep, Dana, it just followed me home. It did. That along with the bill. So now I've had to work the next 3 years to pay it off, right? Just teasing. Okay. All right. Now, once you get that done, I'm going to send you back to iron it good.
Yep.
We're going to iron that down. And one of the things I taught Shelby is in the sewing world, you don't iron, you press.
Press.
Yeah, you press. So.
I don't even know when I ironed last.
Boys, don't worry too much about it. Okay. Just gonna get this little corner out. It's hard when you're careful to know that you can really push those corners out because you can't hurt anything. The worst that you could do is put this through and then you just go back in and sew it again. Yeah. Okay, Shelby.
Okay, that's not terrible.
It's great. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. Okay, now we each have one. So, and that's all there we do it. That's all there is. It's perfect.
Yes.
You did it, sister. How much easier was that than a costume? I mean, I think I've learned something about you on this show.
No.
And that is, she goes all in when she goes. So, I mean, you know, if she's going to sew, she's going right for the princess costume. I mean,
there's no in between.
Yeah, there's no straight lines.
0 to 100, baby.
So, yeah, piece of cake.
Yeah.
Piece of cake. All right, perfect. Does anybody have any questions? Well, we put this pattern up along with it. It's all about the free things for the most part today because this is a free pattern. Yeah, we've given them lots of great deals, so lots of downloads. But the No Fuss Folded Coaster, be sure to download that. There's just a few tricks, but that is the final thing because sometimes those hot cocoa mugs get a little toasty. Yeah. But if you're like me, don't be putting that mug on your furniture.
Or around children.
All right, well, we will be back in just a second. We're going to talk binding for just a second, and then we will be back because we have a few more things that we want to discover.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Hi everyone, it's Chris from My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and today I'm going to show you a little trick I use when it comes to connecting our binding strips together. When we piece our binding strips together, what we'll usually do is place one on top of the other, just like that, and then we sew at a diagonal from corner to corner. However, sometimes it's really hard to find where the corner is, and so one of the tricks I like to do is I will actually bring it over by about 1/4 of an inch, up and over to the left, so that it is actually overlapping. Now I have a great bird's eye view from corner to this corner. And there we go.
All right, well, you know, we can't just do one thing.
I know.
We have to do two things. So we also are including, and this is just a fun mug rug, and the mug rug is machine embroidery. We did a machine embroidery project yesterday, so today we're like, oh, which one should we do? Sewing, machine embroidery. We decided to do sewing. Yeah, we threw a curveball at you, so we made you work just a little bit. I told her when we started, hey, we'll do machine embroidery, and all you have to do is hit the start button. And then all of a sudden this morning, I'm like, hey, come in here and learn how to. Yeah, we're gonna sew. So she did great, absolutely fantastic. But this is the Joy mug rug. Those of you that came to Tug, you got this for free, but we decided to include that today. It's not in the club, but it's $4.99, and so if you want to machine embroidery, you can put together that Joy mug rug because we thought that would be a great addition also to our hot cocoa bar, so that you have choices. It's all about choices. I
love choices
here at Girlfriends.
I love it.
All about choices. Well, speaking of choices, we are asking for your help just a little bit. Yesterday, Chris kind of threw out a challenge to us. And yeah, did you love the challenge?
I did.
Yeah, well, I saw marketing panic just a tad bit, but not too much. Not too much. I mean, you should have seen their faces. But we are going to do our best to help with the Hurricane Helene relief. And if anything girlfriends like to do, they like to give back. But we've had some really great recipes, and we saw a lot of comments come through the recipes that we should do a girlfriend's cookbook.
I love that.
Do you love it? Yes, I think that there's a lot of excitement. So we're going to try our hand, and we're going to start out a little bit slow. But what we're going to do is we are going to ask for you to send in your dessert recipes. We're going to try desserts first. So that can be a dessert drink, that can be a dessert, that can be baking, cooking, whatever, your dessert recipes. And we're going to go through October 15th. Through October 18th. 18th. We will accept recipes through October 18th. So you're going to send those to info@mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. Then what we will do is we are going to compile a digital recipe book, and we will ask that you just donate a little bit for the Hurricane Helene relief, and in turn you'll get that digital digital book, and we can share all the recipes that we have brought together, and then we will send 100% of the proceeds as a donation to the Hurricane Helene. Just a girlfriend's way to give back. And so if you guys can just pitch in, we all have a recipe. Now, keep in mind, be very careful of copyright laws and those kind of things. I mean, you know, we did have a comment yesterday that you cannot copyright a recipe, which is halfway true. You cannot copyright the ingredients in a recipe, but just be very careful when you're sending those back. That's what we ask, is that, you know, we don't want anyone
some issues.
to be in trouble. But if you can get those sent in by October 18th, then that next week we will make it available to you, and give us a couple of weeks after that, because then these girls
we'll need
these
some time.
girls are going to be really busy compiling and putting together a digital recipe booklet, but just in time for the holidays. How fun is that? Okay, well, you know what? Shelby, you and I talked. We love hot cocoa, right?
Yeah.
But you like coffee better.
I do.
But there's something else we like even better than that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we want to show you how to use these coasters
that's a
a
good
different
idea.
way.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got under here?
Well, we got some fancy cups.
Yeah, okay, so not only are these cute, but they are functional. But if you were at a party and wanted to keep track of your glass, look, you can just slide your glass right in there. I turn that, and then anywhere you set your glass,
I know, it's yours.
it's yours.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to mess with that. But what do we like?
They might want to steal it.
Yes, they might, but you know where to
Yeah,
find them.
yeah.
But what do we like better than hot cocoa?
A cold drink.
A cold drink. So guess what? We brought our own. What do we have?
Well,
you know, it's the end of the week and our boss is on vacay, right? So let's celebrate correctly.
we'll see. Hold on.
Don't break those nails.
Oh no, I don't want it to like pop off. Let's go back here just in case.
Sorry, Chris, when the boss is away.
Da,
Da, da, da.
Oh, that looks wonderful.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week.
That was
Shelby,
fun.
thank you for coming
was
on with me.
fun.
You'll do it again, right?
Yes.
Yeah, piece of cake. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. All right. We can make it the rest of the day.
Yes, I think we got it.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our community.
That was fun.
And have a really great weekend. Join us in the morning for Comments Sold. And check out those free recipes.
Yes.
Okay.
See you Monday.
Bye-bye.